Hello mates, what's going on? It's Andrew or SkullHQ here, and today we have the review of the Surface Pro 3. I've had this guy for a few months. Whoops. We're actually going to do a review, and this is going to be more from the average consumer point of view. So, here we go. I have, to start out, I'll tell you exactly what version I have. I have obviously the Surface Pro 3. It comes with Windows 8 Pro, but I have it on Windows 10 Pro. I have the 256 Gigabyte i5 version. So that's good. It's actually fairly nice. So let's look at the I/O first. We have our charging port here, our thumb port there, display port out, so mini display port out, and a USB 2 or 3.0, I can't remember exactly which one. Then we have our volume rocker, another thumb port, headphone, on and off, or sleep wake, I think. Then we have our camera and our microphones and stuff on the back. Then if we actually open it up, I'll take this off for now. If we open it up, you can see my pretty not great looking screen because it's kind of dusty and stuff and things. It's got a webcam up there, and then the Windows button over here. That's for the start menu. Used to be to take you to the weird Windows 8 tile thing. So if you turn it on, you wait for it, wait for the SSD. Hey, there I am. Wait for the SSD, of course, to boot up Windows 10. My color I've chosen is red. Then you have the date and time down here, and you can do that. And then I have to blur that out because it says my email. Oh dear. So once you log in, you can get to your desktop, and from here everything is really nice. If you use Surface Pen, it works as a mouse. Let me turn my brightness up so you can actually see what's going on. So that is a thing about this. The battery life is not great. In fact, thanks Skype. In fact, I got 3 hours-ish when watching videos on YouTube at either 720p, 1080p, or 1440p, because this display is actually a 1440p display and is very nice. So right now, I believe it is in, yes, it is in desktop mode. There is also a tablet mode where the live tile thing becomes full screen again for a tablet, and boop. There we go. For some reason, this is broken for me. I would love to go into tablet mode, please. There we go. This is tablet mode. It's not great. I don't use it. In fact, I have no idea how to use it. There's things and stuff here. Not amazing. Not a tablet mode user at all, actually. I don't even know how to get to the desktop. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, let's talk about the Surface 10. So if I get this back in the desktop mode here, yes, I want to exit tablet mode. So when you're using the pen, if you click this in, I believe it is copy. Doesn't do anything, but if you click the top one in, that is a right click. So that's always good. My phone's going off, of course. So like I was saying, right click, that's a thing. When say you want to press this button, that brings you into OneNote, or opens up OneNote. I haven't used this. Start using OneNote. Okay. Make this full screen here. Hang on while we get your notes. For whatever reason. Okay, this phone is annoying me. Hang on while you're tap here, tap or click here to grab. Okay, so let's say I want to be writing, taking notes, whatever. There's palm protection. You don't have to worry about that. And the harder you press, so the harder you press, the thicker the line is. It is very useful for someone like an artist with different apps. You can do a lot of different stuff. In here you can like lasso, you can lasso things, control it, bunch of different stuff. You can erase things using this button, lasso things using this button. This always brings you into one note or starts a new note. It's useful. Yeah, the pen is nice for artists, not really an everyday user. That's kind of interesting. So the keyboard, it's really, really, really nice. It has backlighting. You won't be able to tell unless I do this. It has backlighting. A couple different levels of backlighting. It's pretty nice. It actually is really nice for something like this. So that's awesome. It's got nice key travel. I don't have a problem with it. I've never had an issue with this whole thing. It's built well. Nothing wrong with it at all. And I thoroughly enjoy it. The only thing I have with the trackpad, really, is sometimes if it's not completely flat on something, it won't click. But you can tap to click anyway. So that's always nice. Yeah. Let's say... Can this is what I was trying to show you earlier. I don't think I can. Yes, I'd love to do that. Portrait mode. Portrait mode. Whoa, hey now. Portrait mode. Apparently portrait mode doesn't want to be a thing anymore. Okay, let's used to do this thing where it flipped in a portrait mode. It was great for reading web pages. I used it to read Twitter. It was awesome, but apparently that's not a thing now, and this video is going downhill very quickly. Yeah. I have nothing wrong with this whole thing or this whole thing, but I do have a problem with this whole thing. And this whole thing's issue, again, is battery life. So battery life, like 3 to 4 hours of watching YouTube videos until Windows 10 came out. And then when Windows 10 came out, they had this amazing little thing right there called Battery Saver, and man, that can increase this time a lot. I can now get 5 to 6 hours of watching videos at 25% brightness. I never use this more at 25% brightness unless I really can't see. So yeah, that's my case. That's just kind of how it worked. I haven't used the webcam, and I haven't used the camera on the back because frankly, it's kind of useless when I only use this for a media device. So, who is this tablet for? Well, this laptop replacement, which it definitely can replace something like an iPad or a MacBook Air, something like that. This can easily replace. But, here's the thing. While watching YouTube videos, things like that, I would recommend not using this for media consumption by itself because it's gets kind of toasty. I don't know if it is accentuated by the skin I had to put on here because the magnesium scratch is relatively easy. I have one hairline scratch on the magnesium chassis underneath that goes kind of like that. I don't know where it came from, but I don't know if it's the skin that makes it warm, but when I'm watching videos, the heat sink and everything in here, the fans, not doing its job at all. In fact, I have issues to the point to where it starts thermal throttling and I can't watch videos in HD, and it has issues like that, and it's not very pleasant. Also, this thing for the pen that sticks on the side sucks. It came off. Yeah, I have that issue. It starts thermal throttling. It's not great, but I don't know why. That could just be my issue. My thing has an issue. No one else I've ever heard is reporting thermal throttling issues, but it happens. So that's not pleasant, but, yeah. So who is this for exactly? This is for someone who wants to consume media like YouTube, for sure. Netflix works great. Another thing this would be good for, college students, for sure. If you want to, you know, have a capable laptop that could possibly do like video editing or taking notes, of course, you've got all that here. It's perfectly capable of doing everything like that. If you want to replace a MacBook Air, great. If you want a nice tablet, great, because the keyboard, the actual Surface keyboard, is extra. Is it worth the money? For me, it was, and it is, I think. But I feel guilty about having it in a weird way. It's kind of stupid. I can't imagine what people are going to say. But I feel guilty for not using it to its full potential. I feel like I kind of neglect it, and I don't use it enough, and I don't use it for what it's for. So I'm probably going to end up selling it. But it was really useful when I first got it, and now it's kind of less useful because I'm using my normal computer more and more. So if I sell this for like $900 to $1,000, I'm going to use that money to upgrade my current giant gaming computer, and then maybe buy an Apple Watch or something. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is really nice, and if you're a college student, this is great for you, honestly. Especially if you like Windows instead of Mac. This is amazing. If you prefer to have Windows over OS X, I recommend it. To the average person, depends on your use case. So, you decide based on this video. Other than that, I don't think there's much else to say about this whole tablet besides it's really light and really portable. And that's it. And everything works good, including this stand, which is a friction stand. It's very nice. So, yeah, that's really it, I guess. Like me if you liked it, favorite videos, favorite, don't share the video, subscribe for more. I apologize if I forgot anything. And yeah, I will see you all later. Take care. Bye-bye!